This application activity, called Fences, will teach the children that our lives can be better by obeying God's authority. Lead the activity like this. All right, guys, everyone say our main point with me, okay?
God is the authority, so I will obey.
Good. You know, there's probably a lot of times in our lives when we wish we didn't have to obey authority, right? I mean, there's probably times when you wish that you didn't have to obey your parents and go to bed at your bedtime. There's probably times that you wish that you didn't have to obey your teachers and do your homework, right? Okay, so today in this game, I'm going to let us imagine that we're living in a world without any authority, okay? And Matthew, you're going to get to go. So go over there and put that blindfold on and get that bucket, all right? And you guys can watch what happens. Okay, so Matthew, we're gonna imagine, don't put the blindfold on just yet. We're gonna imagine that within these 4 cones, this is your world without authority, all right? And I'm gonna give you some time. I'm gonna let you crawl around here in this zone for 30 seconds and see how much paper you can stuff in your bucket.
All right.
Okay? Are you ready? All right, so get blindfolded. And then remember, you can go as fast as you want. You can go over here, you can go over there, you can grab whatever paper you want. Ready?
Okay.
Go. Oh, just grabbing paper. Good job. Halfway there. Doing pretty good. 5 seconds. 2, 1, stop. Good, good. Okay, you can take the blindfold off. All right, you can come right back up here. I'm gonna grab your bucket here, and let's see. You got a lot of paper in there. A lot of paper. But here's the problem, Matthew. You see, now you were over here. There wasn't any. I wasn't telling you which way to go. There was no authority telling you to crawl this way, crawl that way, grab this paper, don't grab that paper. Was there? You could go anywhere you want, right? But there's a downside to that, because you see these red papers, they represent injuries, consequences, bad choices, and bad things that happen in your life. And that really that makes your life not great when you have all those kinds of things in your life. So even though you got all these white ones, for all of these red ones, I'm gonna have to take away 10. And let me tell you, man, I don't think you have that many. Because if I take away 10 for every one of these red ones, it looks to me like you're gonna end up with 0. That's not very much. So your bucket ended up empty. So is that very good? I mean, if you're measuring the quality of your life by how much paper you get in your bucket, is that good or bad?
That's really bad.
That's really bad. Okay, but I know how to make your life better. I know how to get more paper in your bucket.
How?
We're going to introduce authority into your world. We had a world without authority, but now we're going to introduce authority into your world. And this is how we're going to do it. You guys are going to become the authority. All right, and this is what you'll do. You guys work as a team, and you 3 work as a team. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk into the world here, and you're going to gather up the red papers into little piles, and then you're going to kneel around those papers and like hold hands in a circle around them. Okay, make kind of a fence or a wall around the red paper. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Let's add these papers in there. You guys can pick those up too. Get them into your zones and protect them by making a fence around them, okay? Matthew, you get down there, get your bucket, get your blindfold, get ready. And once the authority is established in your world, then you can go, all right? And you can grab as much paper as you want, as fast as you want. And as long as you don't cross the fences, you shouldn't run into any of those red pieces of paper, okay? All right, so are all our authorities ready here? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Matthew, you ready? Get that blindfold on.
All right.
Good job, okay. And go. Good, there you go. Keep going. You don't have to worry about grabbing any red paper because you got fences around there. If you bumped into them, you'd know you're going the wrong way. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. All right, Matthew, take your blindfold off. Good job. Look at your bucket, buddy.
No red.
Is there any red in here?
Nope.
No, there is not. Okay, everybody come back to your seats. All right, so unquestionably, which way did this game turn out better for Matthew? With authority or without authority?
With authority.
With authority, definitely. You know, a lot of times we think that authority is there to bum us out or make us have a bad day, but really, authority is there to protect us from some bad choices. You know, God wants us to have the best life possible, okay? He doesn't want us to have our life full of bad choices and consequences and injuries and all those kind of things. He wants the best for us. Now, does that mean that when we follow God's authority that nothing bad is ever gonna happen to us, it's all gonna be perfect? No, because God tells us in His Word that we are gonna have troubles and difficulties and hard times, but there's no doubt that when we're following God's authority, our lives will turn out better than if we're not, if we're disobeying. Okay? This application activity called Walk What Way will teach the children that the best way to succeed in life is to follow God's authority. Lead the activity like this. Okay guys, our main point is God is the authority, so I will obey. So everyone say that with me.
God is the authority, so I will obey.
Great. All right, now I have a game that I want us to play, and basically we're gonna go from this blue cone over here to this red cone over here. So everybody line up. And we'll let you go one at a time, see which one of you can make it. You know, and I have this list of rules, but you know what? Rules sometimes, they just sometimes get in the way, so I'm just gonna put those over there. So we'll see if you guys can just walk from this side to that side, okay? Go ahead. Okay, you made it over there, but actually you broke one of the rules. Because one of the rules is you're supposed to walk backwards for 3 steps. So you didn't follow that rule, so you're gonna have to go back, sorry. Okay, you're next, go ahead. Okay, well you walk backwards, so really that was only 2 steps, not 3 steps. I mean, you know, if I'm gonna be the referee here. But also, there's another rule, you're supposed to clap your hands 3 times, and you didn't do that, so, sorry. All right, you ready? Pretty good job, but you know what? You forgot to crab walk for 3 steps. So you're sorry, you have to go back. You guys are having a hard time with this. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's good. I mean, you know, I want to give you credit, but there's another rule that you forgot. You were supposed to hop 3 times, and you didn't do that. So going back. Okay, why are you guys having such a hard time with this?
You're not telling us the rules.
I'm not telling you the rules? So if I told you the rules ahead of time, you'd be able to follow them? Mm-hmm. You know what? You're right. That's exactly why you're having a hard time. Because I said earlier, sometimes rules just get in the way, right? But what's getting in the way of you getting over there to the red cone right now?
The rules.
Not knowing the rules, right? Not following some. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you the rules right now. Okay, first rule is you have to start with your left foot. You know your left from your right? So that means your first step has to be with your left foot. That's the first rule. Also, you have to walk backwards for 3 steps at some point. And then you also have to hop 3 times at some point there. And then you also have to crab walk for 3 steps. And my favorite is you have to sing or whistle the entire time you're going across. Doesn't matter what. You have to sing or whistle or hum a tune as you walk. Okay? So I'll tell you what, why don't all 4 of you line up there and see if you can go all at once. You have to do all of those things. You don't have to do them all at the same time, but you have to do all of those things. So you guys know what you're gonna whistle or hum? You do? Okay, all right. All right, you ready? Let's see if you can make it. Go ahead. Left foot, good. Oh, there's crab walking. 3 hops, good. There's a 3 claps. 3 backward steps. Good. Okay, I think everybody made it. Good job, you guys. That's fantastic. Okay, go have a seat. So earlier when I said rules just get in the way, that wasn't really true, was it? No, not at all. Was it pretty frustrating at the beginning when I kept sending you back to the start?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, rules don't get in the way. A lot of times we feel like they are there to stop us from having fun or something like that, but that's not really the case. God puts authority into our lives to help us follow His authority and to help us succeed. So, the rules of this game, knowing the rules of this game, me telling them to you, wasn't to keep you from succeeding, that was to help you succeed. In fact, there was no way you could succeed unless I did tell you the rules, and then you follow the rules. So, if we try to ignore God's authority or we try to fight the authorities that He puts in our lives, like our parents and teachers, we're really just signing up for a whole lot of frustration and a whole lot of failure. And that's all we're going to get out of it. The best way to succeed in life is to follow God's authority and obey the authorities that He puts in our lives.